Chloe. She was slightly a sexual character, but it wasn't like put in your face too much.
Yeah,
Was
it
it?
wasn't. They.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the kind of people that would let it fall off the deep end. What I think is possibly more interesting, as well as the characters, is what they would do for a overall structure. Because this game was basically let's get from point A to point B and do all this fun stuff along the way. And I think that it would kind of do a disservice to the first Last of Us if they basically just said, "Oh God, Ellie has to now get herself from, wherever to California," or some like just a repeat of the plot structure. I think would be kind of lame. Do you have any ideas of what they could do to kind of mix that up?
It's so tricky because the game sort of, to me, when I finished it, I thought that's the end. That's the end of The Last of Us.
Right.
It felt like it sort of concluded, didn't it? I felt like they're going to go have their life. The Fireflies has all been dealt with almost. It sort of felt like an end almost. But then we heard about they announced the domains for the next games, and it got me excited again because I did enjoy the game. I want to see more from that Naughty Dog and that franchise. But for me, the game sort of ended almost, didn't it? Like it sort of felt like a conclusion.
To me, it was a perfect ending. I know a lot of people were kind of like, there wasn't like an epic moment or a huge set piece or some crazy boss or the whole world is saved. It kind of though kept it more realistic for me because it was kind of like, hey, this is just the closing of the chapter of their journey. And there were some interesting quotes from some of the leads on the project about, this is the end of Ellie and Joel's journey, and most people took that to be, we're done with those characters. But then they kind of clarified in follow-up interviews saying, no, it's the end of this journey. So they're giving themselves total leeway to do whatever.
Too.
And I'm sure, sales and profits and stuff, for better or worse, do factor in. But again, it's a game that was so perfect in its execution that I think, again, it would be such a huge letdown if they're like, now Ellie she adopts a young boy and they're going to travel across the, like that would be so.
Yeah, it's just a bit. I don't know how they. That's what I don't know. I mean, they could. I'm guessing they're very clever with their writing and stuff. They know what they're doing. But for me, it feels like I don't know where they could go next to make it entertaining and gripping enough for me to want to play it.
Yeah.
I'm obviously going to play it, but
Sure. And part of me thinks like this is a good